Hi Gemini, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is a general reading for April 2024. I've already pulled your oracle cards, which are sitting right here, and I'm now just pulling the last of the tarot. Spirit, may please have the present position for Gemini. May I please have the there's some interesting and there's some repetitive energy in your reading here, Gemini. May I please have the strength for Gemini? Spirit wants me to take this one away. May I please have the strength for Gemini? Thank you. May I please have the challenge for Gemini? They want me to move this one here. May I please have the what's good in the outcome for Gemini? Thank you. Interesting. Okay, Gemini, this is what's going on in your reading. I have here, Spirit, do you want to tell me what's going on in regards to Gemini in their present position? What will validate this reading for them? What will help them to identify that it's their reading? Okay, what we have here in your present position, and that means what's happening now in your life, so you can validate that this is your reading, is we have the in the oracle card we have energy, number 13. So what we have here is, all right, inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. It looks like you're wanting to be yourself in a certain situation, but there is this doubt that's coming forward. It's almost as if you are really kind of hiding a little bit of who you are in a situation, and you're, for lack of a better word, just trying to put your best foot forward in a situation to handle it. Now, there is kind of like a retreating in your energy here with the education card. So it does feel like that what you're doing to kind of cope with stress is, it does feel like you're going into yourself, and whatever this situation is, where it's, you know, like you feel a little bit judged and criticized, it does feel like here, when you focus on what it is that you are finding interesting, it's not that you're happy, but you're finding the peace that you need, and you can kind of let how you feel out. But there's still this control of controlling your emotions here. In the present position, we also have the dreamer. So it does feel like you want things to change. You want a new start. Part of the issue is, what do? Trusting yourself, pushing your fears aside and taking a leap of faith. So that, you know, because you're very loyal in a situation, and it feels like time is running out for you. And at least that's the way you're perceiving it. And so you want to try something new and see where it leads you. Now, in the High Priestess in the present position, what we have is you, I feel like not being able to make a decision. You're not really, you want to trust your intuition. I do feel like it's speaking to you, Gemini. I do feel as if there's a lot of hidden emotions, and there's a lot of hidden emotional energy that's kind of like up and down, right? And so there's this kind of sacred knowledge that is leading you and guiding you, and you're trusting yourself in that. However, you're very sensitive to those around you, and you do have a high moral ground that is very important to you. And so you're being, for lack of a better word, tested right now. All right, Gemini, that is your present position. If that didn't make sense to you, you're either watching the reading too early, come back, put it in a playlist, come back in a week or two, and then watch the reading then. If this reading made sense to you, then, this present position, then this is your reading. Okay, let's move on to the challenge. What we have here is Destiny, Magical Shapeshifter, the Three of Swords, and the Magician. Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on in the challenge with Gemini? So all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. So there is a lack of, I feel like you're very disconnected from what's going on in your soul energy, kind of like your higher self. So you're kind of following a very physical plan, and you are feeling as if the challenge is kind of aligning what you feel internally in your soul and in your soul's purpose to what is going on around you. Also here what we have is magical shapeshifter. So manifesting has been difficult for you, and it is something that is, you're trying everything, but there's a feeling of things getting in the way for you. Here we have a sense of healing going on in the challenge, where there's some sadness that's around you and needing to let go of certain situations, needing to let go of the past, personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, and being there for those in need. So there's a very perhaps challenging relationship around you that is very disruptive as you it's almost like, you trust yourself, you go into that space, you want to go in that direction, and then whatever is going on in your physical world kind of obstructs you. That's what's going on in the challenge. And we have the Magician technically twice in the challenge, right? So we have the magical shapeshifter, and then we have the Magician here. And so it's really causing a lot of doubt. There is a lot of perhaps people around you or situations, there's manipulation, there's poor planning, there's untapped talents. It feels like you're feeling insecure and a lack of confidence because maybe someone that you're dealing with is quite narcissistic in the way that they're handling things, and they're really not taking your feelings into consideration. And this can feel quite trapping and difficult in many different ways. Here in the strength, we have knowledge, right? So education is again coming out twice in your reading. That's what I was saying. You have some repetition in your reading. And so what happens when you have repetition in your reading is that it's coming out even stronger than if it was just a single card representing that area of what you're dealing with. So here we have education, but it's in the strength. So for those of you that don't know, the present position is to identify that this is your reading, is what's going on now in your life. The strength, you don't have to do anything about it. It is just the strength in your character, personality, who you are within your soul. The challenge, just like the strength, you don't have to do anything about it. Please don't avoid it. It is what happens in our lives daily. We have challenges that are daily, right? So you don't have to do anything to avoid it. It's just something that you're aware of. And then we have what's good in the outcome, right? And looking at the possibilities of what is good in the outcome. So here, what I was saying before is in the strength, you have knowledge. And then we have ride the wave, right? So this in the strength is showing that you have the skill set, the knowledge, the know-how, the whatever is needed in this situation. You just need to ride the wave. I feel like it's better not to have an opinion. I do feel like you're wishing for something to change, and you're wishing for somebody's emotions to turn around, is what it feels like. And so, but you do have an instinct of how to handle this person or this situation, and I feel that that is your strength. Here also what we have, again, this repetition, right? We now have the Magician 3 times in your reading, and it's coming out in your strength. So this says to me that you need to move ahead with what it is that you're trying to manifest, Gemini. You know, when we're in relationships and we have people that we are committed to and responsible to and even obligated to, it's very hard to follow the beat of our own drum. It's very hard to manifest what it is that we desire, because we have to take all things into consideration. And so the Magician is coming up here in your strength. And so what that is saying is continue to try to manifest what it is that you want and that you need. Because when you do that, Gemini, what we have next in the Strength card is, in the Strength situation, is victory, right? And so it's important that, yes, you have to be considerate of others. And, you know, people can be quite demanding, and there are rules that you have to follow. There's policy. There's all kinds of things that expectations of you. But also there is victory in trusting yourself and understanding that there is a time and a place for you to manifest what it is that you need in your life. Here in the outcome, we have creativity, right? And so this is an incredible outcome for you if you are able to trust that you need to continue to manifest what it is you need in your life. Here in the outcome, Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on? What's good in the outcome for Gemini? We have creativity. We have commitment. Oops. We have commitment. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on here? So your creativity is needed. By all above and all below, let me connect, let the creativity flow. So part of what's happening in your energy, Gemini, is the creativity. There's a big creative aspect of who you are. And when you are not tapping into that, and that's not properly balanced, it can send you kind of into this kind of black and white thinking and into a lot of frustration. So understand that there are lots of options here, and you need to tap back into your creativity, because I see that when you do that, you find something else new to commit to, right? So there's something that is on the horizon for you to create and for you to be a part of. But I do feel like it's a partnership of some type. It's something that you together you create with someone else. So there may be something coming. Spirit, do you wanna, yeah, this is creating something with somebody in a situation that allows the light to shine, allows money to come through, allows harmony, allows direction, and it allows you to trust your instincts. Here in the Page of Swords, we have new ideas coming to you. So we have new creative ideas. You know, you're going to use that logic, that perspective, the insight. There's people around you that are going to be blunt, and I feel like you're going to have to be blunt back. But this is an exciting intellectual challenge for you. And we've got brilliant insights and information that if you would just allow it to be, that it would provide the necessary information that is needed around you. So that might be challenging to receive because you don't want to go against the tide, right? You want to go along with the crowd because you don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. But review, if there's anything to do with documentation, review it very, very carefully and understand that you do have these ideas, and knowing when to implement them is going to be crucial. Okay, so trust yourself with that. Here in the 8 of Pentacles, what we have is emotional, working hard with your emotions. I feel here that in regards to this, there's a lot of diligence, passion, high standards. You may be learning something new. There's some skill development and some repetitive tasks going on here. But once again, we have manifestation, and we have that kind of practical energy and absolute decisions, business stuff going on around you, and planning for the future as you move forward with saving money, creating money, and working on what you're using to make money right now. So, Gemini, please subscribe, like, make a comment in the channel. If you are a subscriber of mine, because I've been off air for quite some time because of personal illness, you will not be able to find my channel. So if you type in How Love Tarot, it is not coming in right now. If you want to see my readings come up, you do need to engage with the channel. Please unsubscribe, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, even if it's just to say Gemini, right? You don't need to write anything other than your horoscope. Anyway, Gemini, it's all going to be okay in the end, and I will see you for your next reading. You take care, and I hope the reading helped.